Good evening, and welcome to another wretched episode of Diatribes from the Voice of Doom. Now here's your recalcitrant and reprobate host, Voice of Doom. Alright, I figured I'd come back and do another diatribe for the sake of my two fans and tell you what's going on in the microcosm and the macrocosm. Okay, microcosm. I'm doing some very risky things to change everything about my life. And what I did was I wanted to sell my house because this water problem is getting on my nerves. If I had running water, I would actually have the life of Riley, which makes me appreciate the little things. But day by day, I'm learning how to function without water, or at least without water coming out of the faucets. And people will have to learn how to do that soon, and they won't know how, and they'll have a cow and they'll lose it. And they're already losing it. I can see through my perusal through the YouTube channels that the common clay is losing it, just like I said they would. And things are bad. Things are very bad because people can't afford to live anymore. And the lower echelons of humanity are looting. And we're in a bad situation where society is breaking down. And it'll probably break down all at once when something happens. Yellowstone blows up. An EMP. There's all kinds of forces that are plotting against each other and wondering about how the world will evolve with them being on top. But I was watching a bunch of YouTube people who are trying to survive, and they are living in their cars, and they're trying to live off grid, and they're doing all kinds of things. And I'm like, if I don't move now, I'm going to miss the boat as far as being able to establish a lifestyle that's comfortable for me. So what I did was I went to Michael Hull RV in Carson City, and I looked at an RV that I was looking at online. And I said I wanted to see it. And they let me look at it, and I sat down inside there, and I realized that this RV is as big as any Manhattan apartment that people pay $5,000 a month for, with all the amenities. And so I made a plan in my head that I would sell my house, which I already am in the process of doing, and use the proceeds from that house to pay cash for that RV. And that will be my home until further notice. And I know it's going to be different. I know it's going to be driving around and looking for a place to park, to sleep, and all kinds of weird things. But I need more adventure in my life. My life is stagnant. My life is boring. And if I get out of this house and I'm on the road, or I can do whatever I want. I can work in I can work in Reno at my job now, or I can go to another place somewhere else and work there and be footloose and fancy free. Now, it won't be that easy. I know that. Gas, for one thing, it's got to come down. to at least $3 a gallon after this debacle is over in Iran, because I can't be paying $5 a gallon or more for gas, because I asked him and he says, yeah, you're driving a house around, so you're not going to get good mileage. That's all there is to it. So a lot of the money that I pay on my utilities and my this and my that will be going toward keeping my tank full. And I tacked on a warranty program, and they said, well, it's in good shape and it probably won't, have many problems. And I'm like, no, I will buy this warranty, because when I, blow a gasket or do anything else on the road, I don't want to have to come up with $2,000. So I'm trying to get ahead of the game here as far as my lifestyle, and live very minimalist. But this RV is very nice, and it has a lot of storage room in there. I can put stuff here and put stuff there. I got a big bed. It's got a bedroom in the back. It's got a nice living area. The sides expand. It's got a propane-driven oven. It's got a microwave oven. It's got a shower. It's got a refrigerator. It's got a freezer. It's got two TVs, one in the bedroom and one in the living area. It's got a sound system. And I will tell you that I paid less than $60,000 for it, which I'm going to pay with the proceeds from my house. And then I will not have to pay for utilities. I will not have to pay a mortgage. And I won't pay for my car anymore, because I traded my car in on the deal. So that's where I'm going. It's going to be very different, but I'll keep you posted on that. We'll see what happens. But as far as the macrocosm goes, okay, Orangey is doing his deals with Iran, which won't be a deal because he knows they are liars. And whatever gambits he's playing with the Iran war, he came up with a ceasefire for 2 weeks, which they did not adhere to. They kept bombing. So that's kind of just like, let's just buy time for a while. We can all rearm ourselves a bit, and then we'll go back to blowing each other up. But the state of the country and the state of the world is such that everything's precarious in every sense of the word. And I don't want to be behind the 8 ball when everybody and their pet cat is running down to the RV dealership to try to buy vehicles to live in. Because that's the way it's going to be in 26 and 27 and 28. And if we get past there, I don't think so. But I just had a premonition that I better act now and get a good deal. Because I've looked at RVs and they're in the hundreds of thousands of dollars and stuff just to get something you tow behind your car or your truck. I can't afford to do that. I can't get a big old truck to tow a big old RV around. So I bought a self-contained vehicle that I drive that has my whole living area behind me. And I can drive to Seattle and I can work up there, and I can stay in Carson City and keep working here. And all I have to worry about is upkeep, maintenance, and gas. But it's going to be fun. I'm going to look forward to seeing it. I got a lot of work to do now. I got a lot to do to get out of this house and get rid of all this crap. And I was going back and forth. I kind of into myself right now, but as far as Orangey is concerned, and everything else, you got to feel sorry for the guy. I mean, even though he is a narcissistic ass, because he's just so baldly narcissistic, it's just ridiculous. But he's effective and he's doing a lot and he may change the world, and he cannot get a break. I mean, not that he wants one at this point, not that he cares what the mainstream or any of them say, but it's just ironic that these idiots. Orangey has threatened to just bomb them back into the Stone Age. They will have no infrastructure. He will cause untold damage. He will cause untold death. And now these Iranians, in their bold and noble attempt to protect themselves, are putting women and children in, power stations and nuclear stations, whatever they have, putting them in harm's way to protect, so that they don't get bombed. And we're supposed to feel sorry. And it's like, this Orangey is such a terrible cad that he's going to bomb everything. And then he says, I'm not going to bomb you. I'm going to give you 2 weeks and we're going to talk it out. Oh, Orangey's a coward. Taco. Trump again, cowards out. Or whatever, chickens out. So you're damned if you do or damned if you don't. You're going to bomb them. You're lambasted as being a heartless fiend. And if you don't bomb them, you're just full of hot air. So this media, I mean, forget them. The best thing that's going to happen right now is for the media to be blown to smithereens. Literally. I would love to see an Iranian or Lebanese or someone that's in Al-Qaeda or in the Taliban to go to CNN or go to MSNBC, building facilities, and create a ruckus by holding everyone hostage and then blowing the whole thing up. I endorse that, because they're doing no good for anybody. And it would be a good shot in the arm and a good ironic thing for them to experience. Let's see if CNN gets blown up by terrorists, and then what are they going to do? Blame Trump, of course. Of course they will. But at least they'll be blown up and we can be rid of them. Because I have no mercy for them. I don't care if they live or die, because they are nothing but evil hellhounds from the depths of Hades that have come to this earth to do nothing but create trouble. So, to eradicate them would be a good thing. So, I don't have much more to say, and I don't think I should say it, because my shtick is all too apparent now. I told you 5 years ago how things were going to go. I gave you fair warning, and now everybody's losing it with their $700 electric bills and everything else that they had to face, their $2,000 a month medical insurance bills that pays for nothing, because they end up getting nothing if anything happens to them. So they just pay $2,000 a month for nothing. And things of that nature that I would not be able to handle, and I wouldn't handle. I would not do that. But I told you everyone was going to have a cow. They're having a cow. I told you there'd be rampant looting and rioting, and there's rampant looting and rioting. And I just don't think I have to say much more on this subject. I'm probably waiting for Yellowstone to blow up to create a total environmental, socio-political disaster of the highest order that we've never seen before, because we're overdue for it. We have it coming. We deserve every bit of it. So if Yellowstone blows up, fine. If we have an EMP, great. You know, I don't care. Let people realize what life's all about when you got nothing. No electricity, no car, no way to make money, no way to pay for anything. You got to go out and scrounge for roadkill. Let's see what happens then. So I'll leave it there. I didn't say a whole hell of a lot. I wanted to just catch up on my situation, and I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be fun. And we'll go from there. So, adieu, ancien regime, and let's hope for a better tomorrow, which I doubt. Goodbye.